joking about the Alan Cox Show bingo cards.
No.
I thought you were just making that up until I went to the site, and they're all there. Mm-hmm. So who made them? Roman made them?
Roman, yeah.
You can print them up? Mm-hmm. Oh, what a fun game.
Or you can screenshot them and just play it on your phone.
There you go. Everybody's looking for stuff to do while they're self-quarantining. Mm-hmm. And they're at home. I was reading that Cards Against Humanity and Exploding Raccoons, or whatever those games, Exploding Kittens, that they have printable versions of those now. But I would start with Alan Cox Show bingo.
Yeah.
There's really a square for every scenario here on the show.
And some of the squares are open to your own interpretation. I don't quite agree with some of the squares.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Some of them are dumb.
Oh. Okay. Alan says, "Excuse me," incredulously.
It's
I like that one.
They're
Spot
going
on.
to get the pardon me for pardon me.
Pardon me.
They're going to get that one.
Yeah, well, there's a
Now,
couple
does that
of
count because you just said it?
No.
it's gotta be-
He's
it's
just
gotta
reading
be
the square,
genuine.
Yeah. The one card has "Hey, I molest children." Right, two squares right next to each other with the same one. Mary hates Jack Black.
She does.
I do a lot, but I haven't brought it up.
Follow me at Radio Cody B is another square.
I mean, you could at Radio Cody B.
There it is. Mark it.
Alan calls out a customer for being stupid. Well, that's their fault for being stupid. It's not my fault for calling them out. What else?
It's your fault.
Yeah, I know, Bill.
It's just something you do.
They're fun.
Poundcake clarifies something for Alan. Yep, that's one. Poundcake hasn't heard of something.
That should be one square. Poundcake clarifies something he hasn't heard of.
Alan hasn't
No, a lot of times
seen
he
a movie
clarifies.
that we all love.
But a lot of times he, it says Poundcake clarifies something for Alan. Mm-hmm. But sometimes that works to my benefit. Sometimes he illuminates something for me in a way in which only he can.
Well, pop culture stuff. A lot of the time.
Fart Your Farts is on there. Mm-hmm. Mary gets squeamish about vomit.
That's one that happens pretty much on a daily basis.
Bringing it up.
A conservative hates Alan.
Also.
It's been a good week for that.
Yeah, it sure has. Alan dismisses someone's beliefs.
That'll be me.
That's just dismiss them for me, right? I mean, you share the same beliefs with a lot of other people.
Yeah.
I just don't share those with you or those people.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's what makes the world and Alan Cox Show bingo go around. So what are the ones you guys take umbrage with? I haven't seen anything here that's off the mark.
Undeniable sexual tension between Mary and Bill.
Oh, well.
Bill and Mary deny their love for each other.
Well, that's silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never get that square.
Mary concedes that Satan makes a good point on a
I was
call.
like, did
That's
I
a
do
deep
that?
You
dive.
kind of do that.
That's when they were setting up the cards. They go, I might have bit off more than I can chew. I want
a
to
lot
make
of
5.
squares
Yeah,
here.
got a lot of squares here. Right, Drunk Sue calls.
We haven't heard from her.
Just fart noise is one of them.
What is it?
Fart noise.
Oh, fart noise. Yeah, fart noise or fart your farts.
Yeah, Poundcake gets shot.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Wow, they really.
Alan
went
calls
in
a
on
woman
it.
foxy.
Yeah,
Man, she is foxy.
yeah, I like Foxy. I feel like Foxy hasn't transgressed over into, like an insensitive kind of compliment. It's a weird time right now, but I like Foxy.
Yeah.
I feel like it's got a little throwback quality to it. I don't like calling women hot because there are far more women who think they are than quantifiably are. But Foxy, it's kind of somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alan plays a clip of his daughter. Yeah.
I also have a bit of a problem with Flicks and Bill spelled
It is
incorrectly.
misspelled. Yeah, so is squeamish. Mary gets squeamish at vomit. That's misspelled too. But you know what? The work that went into this, I appreciate a great deal. So I don't even care about the spellings. Who cares?
I mean, I do because
The fun is the fun. Well, that's for branding purposes.
branding purposes,
Flix. But is it n or is it and?
it's an ampersand.
Okay, so it's not apostrophe n
Right.
as in n.
Right.
Flicks Bill. It's
Flicks
and.
ampersand Bill.
Ampersand Bill. Why don't you call it Flicks ampersand Bill?
Because
Rolls right off the tongue.
it's already what
It's
it is.
already taken?
Yeah, it's already it's not taken, but it's just already Flicks and Bill with
You're
an
never
ampersand.
gonna believe this. I went to GoDaddy. The domain name Flicks ampersand Bill is already taken. I can't brand myself that way. Friday Get Down's there.
Yeah.
Bill and or Mary mention
That's-
stand-up. Dick from Dayton calls. Bill mentions his sexual exploits.
Had some this morning.
You did really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
What are you upset about,
I'm
Mary?
not upset.
He's getting some quarantale. What's the matter with that?
Nothing.
Giving her some quarantine.
Now, are you sighing because that's an "oh, Bill" sigh, or it's because you have not been touched in some time?
I don't like it when you put it that way.
Pardon me.
There it is.
I'm leaning right into these bingo cards, boy.
I get
They're pretty fun.
a little annoyed when Bill talks about how much
But he's
he has
got a
sex.
serious girlfriend.
I know.
What's the matter with it?
I don't know. It's like you have to tell us every time you bang.
Well, it's
He
part
doesn't
of the
tell
cards.
me. He doesn't tell me every time he bangs. He tells you. Does he text you? Hey,
No,
just got some.
But he'll say, we'll be talking about something, and he'll be like, just did that last night. I was like, okay, we get it. You have sex.
He
You
wants.
tell us when you have sex scheduled.
Yeah, then it gets canceled, and it never happens anyway. So
Yeah.
it's not like the once every 6 weeks I have sex. It might be it's a little bit more of an occasion, I guess.
But if one of those appointments remained scheduled and not canceled,
I never talked about it.
All I said is that it
On air.
happened.
No, that's why I sighed when they're like, Bill talks about his sexual exploits. Because
yeah, but
it happens often.
But there's nothing wrong with if
Nothing
you came
wrong.
in and talked. Poundcake does too. We've all talked about it.
Right. And
Yeah.
it's not like I only talk about what's currently going on in my life. I'll tell stories from the past that can be quite entertaining for the customers.
You mean when it's in context?
Yes.
All
It's
of
not
our,
like I'm coming in here bragging like, hey, just got laid.
I did
Sometimes.
Texas, and it felt so good. Isn't that the Justin
Lonely
Timberlake
Island
and
over here.
no, that was the Justin Timberlake and Jesse Eisenberg or
Lonely Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the name of the
Did
group.
you think I was referring to myself as a lonely island?
Yeah, he's the only one having sex, and yeah, you're out on a lonely island all by
No,
yourself.
that's the name of the band.
Ah,
all right, so Bill had sex this morning. Good for him.
Yeah,
You think that you would be able to appreciate your friend's conquests?
I am.
Wasn't even a conquest. She's right there.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Just roll over and go, want to? Yep.
The old wake and take.
There you go. Well, that
Maybe
sounds
not
a
the
little,
way to-
sounds a little greasy. The old
Sounds
wake
like there
and
wasn't
take.
much consent. Some, but not a lot.
All the consent.
Do you ask for, how's that go? You ask for consent, you go, hey, can I
Not an awake and take.
can I put this there? Well, but he
I
also he didn't specify how much time there was between the waking and the taking.
And I also didn't specify who was taking.
That's true too.
Alan, the undeniable sexual tension might as well be a free space. We can all totally hear it. Again, I'm in the room, guys, and I hate to really burst that bubble for you, but I know you like to have fun with it.
you guys should see him when we go to commercial break. Like the eyes,
Shut up.
all
What,
the
sideways
eyes,
and
yeah.
squinted and
the sweats, and just they
The
can't wait to get out of
sweats.
you
here.
feel sick. These are all symptoms of the coronavirus as well. Red eyes, sweats.
There's a reason why Mary always
I've-
thinks that she's the jump off because she's the third.
I've thankfully lost my sense of taste and smell. Hey, Drunk Sue.
Hey,
There she is.
She shows up at the bingo card, and somebody says, we haven't heard from her in a while.
Beetlejuice.
It's like Candyman.
I know, right?
Yeah. How was your birthday? It was a week ago, wasn't it? A couple weeks ago?
Pretty healthy. I just was in the bathroom and I heard my shot glasses.
Sue,
rattle.
Sue, can you get off
Speakerphone.
speakerphone, please, Sue?
Yeah.
Thank you. Can't hear you. And
Sorry,
I don't
baby,
want
I
to
was
miss
trying
a
to go
syllable.
outside.
Okay.
I was trying to go outside because my friend's listening in the kitchen.
Understood.
Come on,
what-
house. I'm talking to my dog.
How was your birthday? It was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, was it 3 weeks already?
3 weeks ago today.
Holy moly.
Holy mackerel.
That means I got 49 to the next one?
Yeah.
If you get one.
What
yeah.
a build-up.
Are you
What a
keeping?
buildup.
Yeah. How's your quarantining going?
You know what? It's going fantastic. I don't have to go anywhere, and if I do, even if I have to do, I wear a bandana over my hair, and then when I do go out, I got a box of gloves in my van.
I hope you mean that
When I go in anywhere, usually I try to go always drive-through.
right, but I assume you mean the bandana in your hair goes down over your face.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just pull it down. When I
Okay.
get back in the van, I pull it back up.
Because I just kind of I envision Drunk Sue's life not being that different. You kind of liked being out there on the range doing your own thing anyway, right?
Yeah, but you know what? I love being at home.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty much. I mean, I don't even bother going to the bars. I can't afford that crap anyway.
Right.
It's a whole lot easier to hit the John Eagle and hit the drive-through.
Right. And then get back to the homestead and enjoy life as you were
Get
before.
back to the homestead and just enjoy the peace and quiet. And I ain't got to have no annoying drunks around me.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
I ain't got to hear Patsy crying on the jukebox.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, we're glad that everything's going well, Sue. I just want to make sure that you were out there.
I heard my shot glasses rattle, so I figured I'd better call.
Okay. Thank you, Sue.
Shot glasses rattle.
All right.
See, it's not candy, man. All you gotta do is hold up like a Four Loko and just jingle a little bit, and she'll come running to you.
That's when you clink around the ice at the bottom of a glass.
She appears
As soon as you pop the
Glasses
top.
rattling. It's really funny.
in a puff of green smoke. Right.
I just don't know how people. It's 2020. I don't understand how you still enjoy a Four Loko.
I don't think people enjoy them. They're 9%, man.
But they're still in
It's
business.
just sugary.
It's not sugar, man. I don't know what that is, but
No, there's sugar in them.
I understand it's sugar, but like it doesn't taste
Yeah.
like sugar. It's just nasty.
It's strong and it gets her drunk, and that's what she's worried about.
I don't want to go back too far, but sometimes I'm a little slow on the uptake when you were referencing The Lonely Island. Mm-hmm. Did you confuse Jesse Eisenberg with Andy Samberg?
Yes, I did.
Listen, I haven't seen all their videos. I thought maybe he was in there.
Nope.
And I just,
Sandberg, Eisenberg, my bad. I knew it was a berg.
pardon me.
I'm surprised he knew who either of them were, so good for him.
Well, he knows Jesse Eisenberg because he was probably in a movie that you like. Zombieland or
I don't think this.
Social Network or one of those.
Yeah, I know he's an actor, yeah. I got it confused.
Okay. Well, that's all right.
This checks a box on the bingo, right?
What, Poundcake gets confused?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's probably somewhere.
Are people playing multiple cards at once?
I mean,
they're allowed to do what they want.
we mentioned this before, but one of the squares is Poundcake clarifies something for Alan. So that would be, I think
Okay, there
that
you
probably
go.
fit on that square.
There you go.
Right next to the Bill and Mary deny their love for each other square. So, boy,
Oh, you love each other just as friends.
Yeah.
if you were playing card 4 right now, you got a pretty decent top line going.
I don't know, man. They spend a lot of time in awkward office together.
There could be a lot of yeah, except the breaks now are like 2 minutes
Yeah.
2.5
long.
minutes. Walk in, sit down, get up, come back.
Sure.
for a quickie.
Furtive glances. Maybe 2 minutes is long enough for you for a quickie. 2 minutes. A little more than that isn't it, for a quickie.
Besides, I'm working on the live stream. There's another box for you to check.
Is that in
The
there?
breaks, yeah.
Bill's working on. Oh, Bill mentions the live
Bill
stream.
mentions the live stream.
Yeah. Well, we want our customers to interact with us in every possible way, Bill.
For the most
That
part.
makes sense. Poundcake makes a good point. That's one of the squares. Now, don't know how many times you're going to get to use that square, but it is on there.
But it is there.
They've really covered just about every
He made one
possible
yesterday.
point on that curve.
There's something he said yesterday. You go, that's right. And we're all like, huh? Pound cake?
You
Yeah.
think I would remember it, but I really don't. What did I make? I'm sure I did make a good point because I do, but I don't remember what it was.
See, the rest of us are in here trying to make points sometimes, right? We've got kind of a thought in mind. He will accidentally stumble onto one. Doesn't make it any. It's not a criticism. It doesn't make it any less of a good point.
I just don't remember what we talk about from day to day. I barely remember what we talked about last segment.
What am I talking about right now?
Bingo.
Hey!
Guys,
Is there a square? Is there a square for
Yep.
Poundcake knows what
Oh.
Alan's talking about?
I thought the belding was
Is there?
like, there's
oh,
a
no.
belding.
Is there a square for Poundcake is not on his phone during the show? Is that up there? That'd be a good one. Yeah, Bell Ding is probably in there too.
Well, it's
iHeartRadio ding,
There
but-
you go. On the iHeartRadio app.
There you go.
So sometimes you can like double up because I'll be like, check out Flicks and Bill on the iHeartRadio app. Ding! And then you'll...
Yeah, right.
Lots of fun. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Thanks for making those, Roman.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun.
And he made our masks. I wore my mask to the store yesterday after
Oh
the
yeah.
show.
My mom loved it. I showed her over FaceTime and, well, the Android's version of FaceTime. She's like, oh my God, that's so cute. I want one.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure she'll wear it at the hospital.
Sure. Former Cleveland Brown, RG3. He was here, right, for a cup of coffee?
For a little bit.
Plays for the Ravens now, and these guys, boy, left to their own devices, when they ain't playing and ain't doing anything else, Athletes always end up stepping in it. He was trying to make some coronavirus jokes, and it didn't go well. I think it's I kind of like it. Whoever said one person can't change the world never ate an undercooked bat.
That's funny.
Oh, I saw
think
that,
it's kind
yeah.
of funny. But then people started
There's people dying.
Well, it wasn't that. It was if only COVID had the same trajectory as your career.
Ow.
I know.
Hey.
Sick burn, bro.
That's a good. That's funny.
I don't mind that one. Yeah.
I like them both.
So RG3's out there. Listen, I've said it many times. Maybe this should be a square. I'm not Joe Sports, okay? But I'm a casual fan. But I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, just have all the baseball teams play in a hot city. Just send them all out to Phoenix. It was an aside. I'm joking about it. Now that's what they're talking about doing. They're talking about playing all the baseball games in Phoenix. And players and coaches are not altogether happy with this. Major League Baseball is desperate to get something going. Mm-hmm. And so they're trying to come up with all these scenarios in which they could have games. They would play all the games in Phoenix with no fans, except all it would take to shut that whole thing down is one player getting coronavirus.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't do it
They
that
would
way.
cover it up and lie about it, just like they did with the Navy.
Nobody covered that up. That's how we know about it.
Well, I'm just saying they would try to, at least. So, especially when millions of dollars are involved, they're like, oh, no, he's out because he hurt himself.
Yeah, but they could be doing that now.
He had an accident.
Well, and also, there were players' wives that were like, I don't want you being in Phoenix. He's like, baby, that's how I get paid. If that's what they're going to do, that's what they got to do.
This came down to a scenario where the players were told, either we try this or there will be no baseball in 2020, which means none of the players get paid in 2020. What is your sense of how that would go?
I had this exact conversation. There's some players around the league who I, sort of use as litmus tests for theories. And something like this had been percolating around. And so I asked the player a couple days ago, hey, if you have to go into a bubble city and you are separated from your family for an indeterminate amount of time, and this is a player who has a wife and kids, is that something that's going to work for you? And his initial response was, no effing way. Yesterday...
See, these guys want to be on the road. That's where your road beef is. They don't want to be stuck in one city.
You think it's all because of road beef?
I think
I
think it's in large part due to road beef.
I think they want to get paid too, though.
Well, but I didn't realize they weren't getting paid.
They're not playing.
Right, but these guys aren't paid per game. They're salaried employees, right?
But there's no season. The season didn't even start.
Right, but if now again, I'm not up on these things.
They get checks per game.
I thought a contract
but don't you
was
like a weekly check or something.
But don't you have like guaranteed money?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but that's like signing bonuses when you sign, so you'll get that. But you're not getting your in-season checks.
Okay, so you have money up front, but if you're not and I know this, it sounds ridiculous, but professional sports is ridiculous. It makes sense that you wouldn't be getting paid if you're not playing. I didn't realize that was a fact of the matter.
But how would they
So
get
none of these guys are getting paid
right
for not playing.
Yes.
Okay. So
like they're signing bonuses that they may have, so like there's a lot of players, especially in baseball, that don't make a ton of money, and they're living like paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
Same with the NBA too.
Okay, so it's like those rookie types that are
Yeah.
making like $500,000 a year who
Yeah.
really need this money.
Right.
Yeah. The big ticket guys are fine because they get so much upfront money.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, they're like
NBA players. I think some of the players. I think we talked about this last week, where they're going to have to pay back some of their guaranteed money because this season's probably going to get canceled. Wow. So it's gonna be real strange. You're going to see some guys doing some weird advertisements.
Well, because also I'm sure that there's no language in the collective bargaining agreement that covers global pandemics.
Well, they just have...
So the company can go, oops, sorry, nothing in here that says you got to get paid if you're not playing.
Yeah, I'm sure they're... I think it just depends on each player's contract, but yeah, I don't think so.
That's going to be some new language in a lot of contracts.
Yeah.
Call their agent, bro, put
agreements,
global pandemic in there, all right? I can't be going back to work at Wegmans because I'm not out in the field.
Afternoon, I get a text from the same player. It says, talked with my wife, and she said if the only way that I get paid this year is by having to go into the bubble, here I come, bubble.
Right. Your wife's going to go, baby, we have Mercedes and Range Rover payments to make, all right? Get your ass out there.
I don't know
play
why.
baseball in that bubble.
Especially, like, imagine you're playing for the Cardinals Is it the Cardinals? No, it's football. The Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
You're like, cool.
You're like, hey, this is perfect.
I don't care.
But they have so much spring training out there that they could have. They have all the fields that they would use
Yes.
for spring training, and just have those be where the teams play. But there's gonna be no fans.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought when you said, honey, we have Mercedes and Range Rover payments to pay for, I was like, are those the kids? And then it dawned on me that it was like you're talking about the cars.
And if you're a White Sox player, it's gonna be no different because you're like, oh, we're playing in front of nobody.
Yikes.
What's the...
You son of a bitch. Hey, we're used to nobody in the stand. This is great.
And why is
we feel so at home?
It's going to be in the other players' heads, but the White
Yep.
Sox players are
White
like,
Sox,
all of a
Marlins.
sudden they start winning games like
Yep.
crazy because they're used to playing the silence.
Rays, Marlins, White Sox. They're like, this is great. We're at a huge advantage here. What I think they should do if they do this plan is every team for that season should change their name to the Phoenix whatever. So
season.
it's really confusing to everyone. The Phoenix Indians beat the Phoenix White Sox last night.
I think every team should get one fan.
Right, like a representative.
Yeah, they get to have one fan and be behind home plate just freaking out over each play.
We
Yeah.
get the drum guy.
Yeah.
That's who goes for us. That's my nomination.
I would.
You get
nominate-
one with two people. You get one fan, and then you get one trash talker, a guy who's out there just hurling shrimp when the guy's pitching or whatever. So what would
I
they
think
do?
that's a fan.
Huh?
I think that's the fan.
Well, not all fans are like dickheads.
I
Like
know,
that.
but
mean,
that's who you would pick.
that's who you'd pick.
Yeah,
The trash
you want
talker.
someone that can get in the heads of the other team.
Yeah. So, again, and people rightly point out, there are a lot of frontline healthcare workers who are separated from their families right now. They're working in hospitals. They can't, they have to sequester themselves. They can't go see their wife and their kids.
Yeah, but that's different. They're
It
not.
is different because, as we all know, sports is more important than science in this country. There's nobody out there saying sports aren't real. Nobody's denying the existence of sports. Nobody's saying sports is a liberal hoax.
Yeah, but they're saying sports can be fixed and that they are rigged.
Yeah,
So
I'll
that's
tell you how
kind
to
of
fix
like
it.
calling
Call these teams the Phoenix whatevers. That's how you fix it.
Why is Phoenix such a safe city?
It's not safe. It's just hot. They're like, I think they're thinking, if we're going to play this late in the year, we don't have to worry. We're not going to have to worry about if it's raining in
Snow,
Ohio
yeah.
or if it's in Minnesota or
I
whatever.
didn't know if it was like there's less coronavirus out there because they hunkered down on it or something.
No, but it's also 120 degrees in the summertime. There ain't nobody that's going to want to be out there playing baseball games day after day in 120 degrees.
I didn't
Play
think
at
about
night.
Pass
that.
out.
Even at night. What is it, 98?
No,
99?
it gets cold at night. When we went out to Arizona, it was like 50 in the nighttime.
Once you
That's
get around
February,
midnight, it gets
yeah.
cold. But, I mean, when you're out at night, like 8 or 9 o'clock, it's still like 85,
I
88
feel like
degrees.
when we were like leaving dinner, I was cold. I'm cold all the time, but I had on like a dress and I was chilly.
Check
it was
that
like
box.
it was like what? What box? Talking about being cold.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
I'm
one of
not
the boxes?
cold right now. I'm saying when I was
Mary
there.
talks about being cold. I
Yeah.
think that's what it is.
Well, the desert does get cold at night, but I was thinking about like overnight.
So they play the
I bet
games
if you
at 2
play
in the
it-
morning.
If you play at 8 at night, if it starts at 8 at night, it would be like 70, and then it would cool off.
They should really put these guys through the paces. How badly do you want to get paid? You're going to all play in Phoenix, and the games are going to be at 2 in the morning.
All they need to do is pass out one time. They're like, all right, well, sweet. I'm out for the rest of the season, and then I get my money.
No, you don't get your money because you're not paying. You're
sure-
playing, rather.
No, but if you're injured, you get paid.
Yeah. There's always a clause in that stuff.
Is passing out being injured?
No.
We'll fall down and hit something.
Phoenix, 2 a.m. And everyone involved in professional baseball would have to say yes because they want to get it up and running again.
Mm-hmm.
So the commissioner was like, sorry, guys, it's Phoenix, and it has to be at 2 in the morning.
You know what, though?
Okay, ESPN crews,
You're
everybody.
not doing anything else, so it's
Yeah.
not like you were just
And you wanna get paid.
Getting a different, moving from day shift to night shift. Like
Sleep
you're
in the
going from
daytime.
first to third. Yeah.
I could see this happening, but I don't think it's going to have the results that they want.
Minor league players are still getting paid $300 a week. Woo! 300 whole dollars a week.
That's good.
It's better than nothing, but not much. Okay, I got a break. If you want to join us live, you can, 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007, 35192 if you want to send a text.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on